What's happening? Hopefully everyone's well. So I'm just going to bring you a quick update video. I will try and make it quick. I don't want to make it under like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, because I'm going to upload it to YouTube. I'm going to upload it to Twitter as well, but it's probably going to be my pinned post for quite some time. But just like always, yeah, if you can obviously share it about the videos, they do take the piss to make and a fair bit goes into them. But yeah, if you can share it about, and yeah, obviously it does help. If I was you as well, I was going to mention that, yeah, I'd go back and watch it from the start. Pretty much I say watch it. I mean, like all my other previous videos from the start after you have watched this one, just because you're sort of just going to keep up with what we've been expecting over the last like 12 months, roughly. All right, but yeah, I'm pretty much just going to go straight in and yeah, just explain really why, pretty much what I'm expecting, why I'm expecting it, and pretty much time frames as well. Mainly just Bitcoin and Ethereum, just because there's a mixed bag at the moment. I've only seen it a couple of times, but there's a mixed bag at the minute between people expecting the market to come all the way down here to make another low, to sort of go sideways, and there's not really many people expecting us to pump before the halving. There's way too many people expecting it, obviously the halving theory, which I really don't think is going to be playing out whatsoever. But yeah, it's a video that I've been anticipating for quite some time. I've been meaning to make it, but I just wanted to be really confident in terms and in relation to the wave count before I do make this video, because it is going to obviously be my pinned tweet for yeah pretty much quite some time. But yeah, I just wanted to be confident in terms of it, and yes, just sort out loads of bits and bobs for this video as well. But yeah, I'm just going to jump straight in. I'm pretty much, yeah, I honestly I really would watch the full thing. It is only going to be 20 30 minutes. I'm going to try and smash through it. I say this, but all my videos end up being fucking 50. But I'm going to go over some. If some of you have watched some of my previous videos as well, you will have seen that. Yeah, if you watched some of my previous videos as well, you will have seen that like some of the stuff that I've gone over will be in this video, but yeah, I'm trying to just keep it all in one video so it is all together, and then obviously I can look back at it, and then yeah, it's pretty much just all going to be yeah in the same video. So all right, but yeah, I'll just pretty much just jump straight in. So first off, I'm just going to go to what was expecting right at the lows. So this was my pin tweet for quite some time. All right, but obviously now, yeah, I'm gonna obviously have to, yeah, I'm gonna update it to this one. But obviously we was expecting back on the 14th of November, which was here, just when we started pushing up a little bit. This is what we was expecting. Um, the bottom is in for quite some time, and I still do believe that. I still think that this was down here. I'm not saying that I called the absolute bottom, but yeah, it's just not. And again, I'm going to show some of these things, like I said, just to have it under one video and just to put confidence in this view and this theory. Like, look, there's loads of other theories and views out there, but and if you don't believe in this one, just be open-minded to it. Like I'm still open-minded to us coming straight, like falling through, making another low, sort of going sideways, chop something like this, then going. But yeah, I just don't personally think it's going to happen. I think that this has the by far the highest percentage chance of playing out, even though statistically it probably doesn't. I personally think it does. But yeah, so this is pretty much what we was expecting. So we did have an alt, which could be this. We did obviously you need to have an alt count, which was at wave 3, and then this wasn't wave 4. This was a massive triangle: A, B, C, D, then E, or D, then E, and then 1, 2, and then obviously just kept chugging, and this was the alt. But obviously, as you know, for quite some time, we've obviously been expecting an expanded flat. We've actually been expecting an expanded flat since about here, roughly around this area. We've been expecting an expanded flat, expecting one more push lower, and we didn't end up getting the push lower. So this is just obviously one chart showing that obviously right at the lows we was expecting the expanded flat, and it's nice to see that we've got this push up. Right, quickly moving on. I just want to quickly go to Bitcoin dominance. I'm going to go back to these. In fact, you know what? I'll probably just explain Bitcoin, then I'll go to Bitcoin dominance. All right, but pretty much in terms of what I've just shown there with the expanded flat, after an expanded flat, it pretty much always precedes an extension. And what I mean by that is a lot of people are expecting this to be a brand new bull cycle from this low. The problem with that is like you've got to say that the previous count is completely wrong and that this is your wave 4. So you've got your wave 1, your wave 2, your wave 3, your wave 4, your wave 5. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. So obviously your fifth wave here, right? The problem with that is is, again, if you've seen me explain these things, I'm obviously, like I said a couple of times, I'm going to go over some bits and bobs again, so I do apologize, but it's mainly to just keep it pinned, so then obviously anyone that comes back in obviously the future, or anyone's not seen any of my previous videos, can obviously have an understanding of what we're on about. So the problem is that this is your wave 4. Now, if you don't really know much about A-wave analysis, this for a wave 4 compared to this for a wave 2, just it doesn't have what they call the right look. All right, and what always precedes an extension is pretty much after an expanded flat, where you get a sweep of the prior swing high, and then if you had a running flat, you'd be A, B, C, and then you'd keep going. You take a sweep of obviously the highs, you don't take a sweep of the lows, and it truncates. It's one of the pretty much that, and the expanded flat's the most bullish flat, but I'd probably say the running flat is the most bullish. It's just with a higher count. And obviously get an extension, because obviously in more time you're gonna it's giving the people down here to load up more. All right, so that's why you're obviously going to get a larger move than just a running flat, because here if it ends up being a running flat, obviously the big beans, as you call them, obviously institutional investors and obviously people with obviously the largest capital, they don't really have much time to accumulate. So this is why you normally get an extension, because you've obviously got time down here to accumulate, and they're still accumulating here as well. But yeah, so obviously you've got your expanded flat. You've not got your wave 4. This is an A, a B, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and then a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and then a 5. Or you finish your wave 4 here and then wave 5. All right, or like I showed before, you could even have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then wave 5, and an ending diagonal with a truncated 5th wave. All right, so either this is your low or this is your low. Regardless, whatever happens, it doesn't really matter. You've still got your 1, 2, your 3, 4, and your 5. And then you've got your flat for your wave 2, A, B, C. Now, in terms of what going back in relation to the extension, so normally you do get an expanded flat for wave 2, but in this case you ended up just getting a zigzag, so an A, B, C, or you could count that as a WXY double zigzag, but yeah, you get obviously a sharp wave 2, which normally occurs, and then obviously your wave 3 is normally sideways. Believe it or not, that is still a sideways pattern, even though I know C is sharp, but it is in a flat or expanded flat or a running flat. But yeah, you've obviously still got your sharp move, but the whole pattern in itself is obviously sideways. So just going back to obviously the expanded flat, I don't yeah, I do this. I just get sort of fixated on one thing, but yeah, go back to the expanded flat. So why it always precedes an extension, like I said, so down here, obviously you've had time to accumulate, right? You've not broke the prior swing wave one's high, right? That's what we wanted to see, obviously, like I showed last time, earlier. We didn't obviously break your previous wave one's high. You sat right on top of it, and then obviously we got a large move up. Now, why it has to be extended is, especially in this case, I just want to show you wave 1. So the reason why wave 1 was extended, right, is because there's not really much liquidity in the market at the time. So you've got your wave 1, your wave 2, your wave 3, triangle 4, wave 5. So just like here, there's not as much. Sometimes it can happen, a wave 1 extension, but you had it here. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, A, B, C, D, E, wave 3, wave 4, and there's your wave 5 for your wave 1. You had an extended first wave. You didn't have an extended 5th wave like we're getting with Bitcoin now, but you still had an extended first wave, all right? Now, there's not much liquidity at the start of Bitcoin, and there wasn't much liquidity. Sorry, my throat's in absolute bits. 1 second. There's not much liquidity at the start of Bitcoin, right? So this is why you've obviously got your extended first wave. It doesn't take much to move the price of Bitcoin from $2 to $1,000. It doesn't really take much capital. It takes a shitload of capital to move it from 25,000 to 130. A shitload. And that's why you get extensions like the stock market. It normally extends, and you have extensions and extensions and extensions, because it takes a lot longer, obviously a lot longer to play out, and obviously a lot more capital to move the market as well. So in this case, you've actually got an extended first, you've got a third, you've got an extended 5th, but inside the 5th, you've also got an extension as well. So it's like a 5th of a 5th inside of a 5th. I just want to repeat that. So like a 5th inside of a 5th inside of a 5th. So 1 here, 1 here, and then obviously you 1 there. So it's like a 5th of a 5th of a 5th. And obviously because we've got an expanded flat, it's nice to see that obviously we're getting the extension that, do you know what I mean? We're obviously anticipating as well. Now, what I am expecting in terms of this is, like I said, there's a lot of people that are expecting this market to absolutely flush. If you remember me showing, I'm just going to go to this. Let me just get off the weeklies now. In fact, I can, do you know what I will do? I'm just going to quickly, I'll go through this first very quickly, then I'll go back to the, yeah, the lower time frame stuff. And the reason why I'm expecting the market to come in top around the end of next year is because timing the market can be very difficult, and there's a lot of people that are even timing the top around this point, April, where they think that the ETF is going to get released. Now, I personally think the ETF is going to release. I don't think it's going to mark the top though this time. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be coming in roughly around the bottom of this wave 4 or somewhere up here to give a final push up for a lot of obviously for them to obviously exit a lot of liquidity. And then I think we are going to range, and this is where people get shaken out the market once again. You're going to have a range similar to this, but like a triangle. This is just a regular flat, right? Obviously here you're going to have, I think you're going to have some sort of triangle because we had a sideways two. This could be open to a sharp wave 4, right? Just like you had here. I will go quickly jump down to the lower time frames. So you had, so this is just a regular flat, what Bitcoin's doing now, A, B, and then C, right? But you also had it here, A, B, C, regular flat. This is a sideways pattern. Because you had a sideways, obviously, pattern, what you had here is you actually had a WXY, so double zigzag, ABC, X, then an ABC, some sort of double zigzag. It was sharp. Wave 4 normally doesn't retrace, obviously, high. It normally goes wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Because again, crowd psychology normally enters roughly around here and roughly around here. Sorry, like retail and obviously, yeah, crowd psychology, etc. But yeah, you normally don't get obviously a large wave 4. It's normally, sorry, you normally don't get a sharp wave 4. It's normally a sideways wave 4. You normally get a sharp wave 2, not a sideways wave 2. But again, in this case, you did. And in this case, I do think you're going to see we've obviously had the sideways wave 2, but in terms of the sideways wave 4, I think we're also going to get that, but it's going to be a triangle. I don't think when we're at these highs, when we've swept this high, I really do not think that we're going to come all the way back down here and have a sharp wave 4, and then this is going to have one last push, or we get a truncated fifth, doesn't break the high of wave 3, wave 5's here becomes truncated because it doesn't sweep the high and then go. I think we're going to sit up high. We're going to have everyone obviously buying into the ETF and thinking, oh, like, do you know what I mean? The halving's here, the ETF's here, like it's time to moon. Bitcoin's going to be boring for literally my April, May, June, July, August, September, about 6 months, same as what we had here. I think it was April 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 5 months. This is going to run. Normally, wave fours are bigger than wave twos anyway in terms of time, but I think we're going to go sideways while everyone's bought into this. It's going to be sideways chop, sit above the all-time high as support, flip it as support, and then that's when I think we're going to have one last push near the end of next year. But I do think that it probably will come in the Bitcoin ETF near the near the highs. And then this is, let's say if the ETF does happen, this is going to give them obviously the big guys enough time to accumulate in this region. And yeah, you might be only, I mean, to be honest, it's going to be a bit of one of them battles where it's a bit of accumulation and distribution, but I do think that even buying here as well, you're still getting a 2x, and like it's still obviously a decent gain, but yeah, it's obviously not like, look, at the end of the day, they're going to be obviously selling up here, but they're also going to be accumulating here. They've been accumulating down here. They're going to be selling obviously on the way up, but then, do you know what I mean? They're obviously still going to be buying here after the ETF and then still distributing in this last leg as well, whilst retail is still buying. And they're also going to be taking a lot off the hands as well, retail at the top of the third wave. So that's what I think is going to happen in terms of it and in terms of the extension as well. All right. It also does fit in terms of like the channels as well. Like if you do a channel from the wave 1 to wave 2, obviously it's nice to see that wave 4 would be coming inside of that channel roughly. It either normally comes to the edge of the channel, the base channel, or obviously the middle of the channel. So it could obviously do like a sharp ABC and then go. But again, I do think people are going to be very bullish up there, and I think it's going to sit up there and create a triangle. All right. I'm just gonna have a little thing. I'm just having a little read. I've written shitloads of notes 'cause I don't want to fucking miss anything. Oh yeah, just quickly, I just want to show this as well, right? In terms of this, it's very interesting. There's so many videos that have been posted that I wanted to show, but there's loads of these, but I'm just going to show this one. So at the lows, these are the reasons why people think it's going to be a new bull cycle, but it's just an extension in this cycle. It's just dragging out. So you can say that the bottom of this, all of this, and right at the bottom is the same as like down here and down here before 5 waves, because it is. It is before like a bull cycle, but it's the same bull cycle as here. And it's technically the same bull cycle right from the lows, but we're in the same cycle as down here from December 2018. We've been in it for 4 years. 5 years. Sorry. All right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Well, 4 years. Yeah, because it's 2019 pretty much. So yeah, we've been in the same bull cycle now for 4 years. Like people are expecting this to be like a brand new bull cycle, and you're gonna look at it and be like, yeah, well, because you've obviously got your wave 1, your wave 2, your wave 3, your wave 4, your wave 5. It is a bull cycle, but we're still inside of this major fifth wave. And once this top does come in, it's gonna be bad. Yeah, it's gonna be real bad. Like if this does what I expect is gonna happen, and right at the highs, there's a lot of you watching this video, and we are up here, and you're only getting into crypto. I apologize. Please don't hate me, but you haven't got much time left. In terms of what's going to probably happen after this is you're going to have a very sharp wave A, then you're going to have an A, B, C, and then you're going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then wave 5. You're probably going to have, I'd probably say 5, 6, 7 years, maybe 5 years probably of something like this. I'd probably say roughly about 5 years. And then you've got your major wave 1, and then you've got your major wave 2, and then, yeah, obviously the whole cycle repeats all over again. Then you're going to have wave 1, wave 2, and then you're going to absolutely blow through the roof. This looks mental. Like when you're looking at $1 million per Bitcoin, and like you're looking at $1 million per Bitcoin, and like I don't even really want to get into it because it just sounds fucking nuts, but it will happen. Like at one time it will be. It might not, like, we might bottom by 20, let's say a little bit earlier, maybe 2029, 28, 29, 30, back down to 4 grand. And I know you're probably all looking at this thinking, what the like, how? I mean, we could even just bottom out at wave 2 here at 16k. Like, I can't give you that. I can't see the top target, and I'd like to see where the first 5 goes. If the first 5 goes this deep, then you better bet yourself that we're going to be coming down here to roughly around between like 4k and 15k. Like that, they are my bottom targets once we do have a run up to about 113. And I know that does sound nuts. I know it does, but yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Obviously, once we've had it. But yeah, if you are watching this video and we already are at the highs, then yeah, I do apologize, really. But yeah, and that's why I'm expecting it to come in roughly around the end of next year. This is just like a box, like it could be October. Give it take 2 months either side, and then give or take, I think I put 20k either side as well. So again, this is just obviously me guessing and putting estimations on there as well. All right, but yeah, there's not really many people that are obviously thinking about this as an actual count as well. Most people are just they think that the halving comes in, I think April next year, which is roughly around here, around April. But that's again, I think that the ETF is going to be released somewhere around here. Get all retail to buy in. It's just going to be absolute beautiful liquidity for them to just distribute. They're probably going to be loading back up here for one last push up, and then they're just going to be exiting all positions here and all positions on the way down. Like, it's not about buying bottom tick and selling top tick. It's always the people that obviously making the most money. And then lastly, what I just want to really focus on is I just want to show. In fact, I think I was going to show this as well. So like this again. So you've got your wave 1. You've come back into the base channel, same as this. Wave 1, wave 2. You'd come roughly around the base channel. What is quite interesting as well, I only noticed this the other week, if you do actually take this off of log, So you've taken it off of log scale. I know this looks crazy, but yeah, just like this. If you take it off of log scale, it's the same as this as well. Literally from the Pico low, from here, obviously you've got the bottom, comes at the bottom of the base channel as well. So it's all asymmetry in terms of the market. So yeah, hopefully this video, like it's been a little bit in depth. I've tried to keep it very, very, very simple. I would keep watching it as well. It is going to get very interesting what I'm about to show in terms of it, pretty much just in terms of the confidence, trying to build confidence in you as well. Like if you've got a different view and you're not expecting something like this to play out, like I said, just be open-minded to it because yeah, I think it's going to shock a lot of people once we do get running. Obviously, Bitcoin dominance as well, just very, very quickly. So obviously, this is what we was expecting previously with the Bitcoin dominance. I'm just going to go on the main, and then I'll go to the lower time frames. This is what we was expecting for Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, this is the chart, and obviously we put July, about July to hopefully where I was expecting the top. And weirdly enough, yeah, it's coming at a nice time. What is pretty interesting in terms of this is we've already got 9 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then if you take it off daily and then put it on the 4-hour, pretty much if you have 5 waves, 5 goes into 5 goes into 9 and goes into 13. I know it sounds crazy. 3 goes into 7 and goes into 11. So if you've got an ABC or you've got an ABC X ABC, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you can also have 13 waves as well, which, sorry, 11. So ABC, X, ABC, X, ABC. So double zigzag, single zigzag, and triple zigzag, right? Or for an impulse, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So you've got an extended third wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or you've got 2 extended waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, wave 2, then wave 3, then wave 4, then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 13 waves. Hopefully that clarifies. And I just want to, that's pretty much what we're getting with Bitcoin. We had it from 2010. So this is 2010. This is going to be 2024. All right. And obviously you've got 13 waves. So just want to sort of clarify that just in case no one had a clue. So before the bottom on the daily, this is the bottom, but on the 4-hour, this is the bottom. So it's very interesting. Like either this is your high of your 5th wave, or you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're also going to get 11, 12, 13. So you've got 2 more legs to the upside, or you've got obviously your high that's come in. To be honest, I am leaning more towards that just being the high, and this just eating a little bit more shit. Like if we do start just coming back down, like I am leaning to this to be the high. Like it does fit in, and not only that, I personally think that with Ethereum, Bitcoin, but yeah, just giving more confidence into, yeah, obviously this is what we showed before. We showed this in November 2022. All right, 14th of November actually. It was the same time that obviously we were showing at the bottom of Bitcoin to be coming in as well. And then, oh no, what have I done? 1 second. Right, we're back. I pretty much just closed that other thing off. I meant to go right. And then this is obviously what we was expecting for Bitcoin ETH as well. Sorry, Ethereum Bitcoin. This is shit the bed. Um, this is what we're expecting for ETH as well, actually, just very quickly. Maybe not so much to time, but yeah, this is what we're expecting. This to bottom 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this to absolutely gigapump as well. So if you're looking at this and you're buying Ethereum thinking it's going to keep going and you're at 4,000, you're only getting a 2x. I do apologize. Or if you're buying it at 5,000, 6,000, whatever, I apologize, but yeah, you're buying the top. You're buying all the exit liquidity. Let me just quickly show Ethereum Bitcoin. So this is what we were looking at before. So you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could even be 3, A, B, C, D, E, like a triangle. And then obviously, but we're just going to keep it like this to keep it short and sweet. And then wave 2, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E, and then wave 5, and then an A, B, and then a C. And I still think that we've got wave D to come up here. So this is why I think Bitcoin dominance is probably already topped. A lot think that Bitcoin's going to absolutely gigapump. And if you've been looking on my Twitter over the last couple of weeks, couple of months, we've showed that I've been really wanting Ethereum to when we had this drop down on lower time frames, and I'll go back to this. When we had this drop down on the lower time frame earlier, right? It's nice to see that Bitcoin dominance went down, Ethereum, Bitcoin went up because Bitcoin fell more in percentage terms than Ethereum. Bitcoin fell that much, and then Ethereum only fell that much. So again, it's still giving me confidence and confluence that Ethereum is holding up better than Bitcoin, and yeah, we're going to see a major pump with alts from the lows because they've taken obviously a larger hit. So initially, we're going to be taking obviously a larger pump from the lows. Yeah, we're going to take it. Sorry, I fucking every time I say Ethereum, fucking Siri kicks up a fuss and she just pops up. But yeah, so sorry about that. But yes, it's nice to see that Ethereum's obviously taking less of a hit. We obviously showed this. We actually showed this. I actually showed this before. We showed it around October that was expecting either a flat. So obviously a flat, so A, B, and then a 1, 2, and then like a 1, 2, then a 3, then a 4, then a 5, then a 4, then a 5. So wave A, wave B, then C for a flat, but obviously we've been going with a triangle. And the reason why I'm showing these is because I think that Ethereum, and because alts have taken more of a hit, they're going to rise quicker than Bitcoin in percentage terms. I think I've shown obviously what I think is going to happen with all four charts on at the same time. With like Bitcoin, you'll have to watch previous videos. Bitcoin here, Ethereum here, Ethereum, Bitcoin here, and Bitcoin dominance here, and a four-way split chart. But you'll have to go back. I'm not really going over that. It's too much of a fuck about. But like I said, go and watch previous videos. But yeah, but because alts have taken more of a hit, I think they're going to recover more obviously on the pump up. I think we're going to come more, we're going to come higher for your wave D, and then once Ethereum has obviously taken, because Ethereum is ahead in it a bit more ahead in its cycle, you're going to obviously have your major third of a third for Ethereum. So you've got your 1 2, your 1 2. You're going to have your third of a third, which is literally just going to be fucking straight up, like vertical. That's what's going to make your Ethereum Bitcoin dominance go up. But Ethereum Bitcoin, yeah, dominance, this go up. Ethereum over Bitcoin dominance go up, yeah, chart go up. And then Bitcoin dominance to slip. I think this is going to rise. Bitcoin dominance is going to keep falling. And then when Bitcoin dominance goes into a retrace, I'm pretty much just showing what I said I weren't going to do. So let's say this comes down. Bitcoin dominance goes into a retrace, right? Bitcoin dominance goes into a retrace. Ethereum Bitcoin pops up. Oh my God, Siri, fuck off. And then this is when this comes down. So this pops up, Bitcoin dominance goes down. When this comes down, Bitcoin dominance goes into a retrace. And then that's when Bitcoin dominance absolutely flies through the floor. And this is when this is going to go absolutely parabolic when the end of this triangle is over. And this is just going to, that's when you get your major alt season. But in the midst of all this as well, what you're going to have in terms of Bitcoin is when this does enter its third of a third, that's also when that's going to happen with that retrace. Like Bitcoin dominance is going to be going down when this is pumping, and Ethereum Bitcoin is good. Yeah, so Bitcoin dominance is going to be going down. Ethereum Bitcoin is going to be going up while this is pumping. When this comes back down and then goes, this is when obviously we're going to enter the bit of the retrace part for for Bitcoin. You're probably going to have your major spike up, which is going to be your third of a your third wave for obviously Bitcoin. And then when you come back down for so this is your A here, so this is your A. So this part is probably going to be when we major pump. Then we're probably going to go sideways, where you've obviously got your triangle formation. And it's obviously going to come down a little bit and go sideways because the whole market probably will. And then that's obviously going to give Ethereum a little bit of time to run as well and go sideways. And then when Bitcoin has its last little push higher, that's obviously when you're going to retrace. So you're going to have your A, B, C on Bitcoin dominance, and then it's all just going to absolutely fall through the floor. When this actually tops, I actually think that we're going to be roughly around here. I'd probably say either pumping into it or going down here, and this is where you're going to get your major alt season. Where after Bitcoin's finished its triangle, this is where you're getting your major alt season. This is going to pump, but Ethereum Bitcoin is just going to be going absolutely through the roof. This is your top of your Bitcoin. It's going to be just pumping absolutely through the roof. And then this is probably either here. I'd probably say it's not going to be there. I'd probably say it's going to be your top of your Ethereum. That's what's going to be happening. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, you obviously followed the video and yeah, it sort of made sense. I did go through it pretty slow, but I just wanted to go through it slow only because all my other videos I can sort of rush them a little bit, and then I know I explained the same thing a couple of times, but yeah, it's mainly just to keep this pinned, and really, obviously see if all, yeah, especially for people that's going to be watching this video in the coming months, etc. But yeah, it's pretty much obviously gone over the extension, why we think it's going to be an extended wave, obviously because you need obviously more liquidity in the market, and obviously you've got your expanded flat for wave 4, and we'll obviously show that we've been expecting that for quite some time. Obviously the channels look good as well. Obviously showed Ethereum. Ethereum just looks great, the 1212. Not many people are expecting this to play out, like hardly anyone. I'd show you Twitter right now, but I'd be there all fucking day. There's so many people that it's such a mixed bag. Like so many people are expecting us, well, so many people are expecting us to obviously go sideways, or yeah, either go sideways or obviously absolutely eat shit. Obviously fall through, let's say just keep falling through here, obviously come to here or go sideways and then go. So it's a bit of a shit fight at the moment on Twitter, but most people are expecting the halving theory to play out, and honestly, yeah, it's not playing out in my opinion. I just want to quickly jump to the lower time frames as well. So we're either going to get a sweep of this low. So we're either going to get a sweep of, we're either going to get a truncated fifth and it's going to come here and we're going to bounce. We're either going to get a sweep of both these lows and bounce, a sweep of this low and bounce, or this is going to be an extended fifth because we could be having an expanded flat. Oh my God, what is going on? Oh my God. So this itself could even be an expanded flat. So we've gone to the 1.618 times wave A, right? 1.618 times wave A. So you've got, just like I showed before, sweep of the highs, this is sweep of the lows, and then are we going to make it like an ending diagonal, something like that? For wave 4, come back to the midpoint of the channel, and then you're going to get an extended fifth, and we're going to fall a little bit lower. Either way, the bottom of this market is coming in very, very shortly, in my opinion. We obviously showed this as wave 3. We said that obviously it could come down to this level and not sweep. This technically could be a low. It's either this is your low, and we're going to keep chugging. We're going to have like a triangle, pop down, we sweep these, and then we go. We sweep this and we go. This could be expanded flat, A, B, C, and then this could go all the way down, and then we could sweep this low as well, like we showed before. Just sweep this low and then go. Either way, I don't think we go much lower than 23,500. 23,500, I think, is a line in the sand. I don't think we go much lower whatsoever. Could we? Yeah, we could come a bit lower, just not expecting it. I'm really, really, really not expecting it. The bottom is coming in. I literally cannot tell you when it is going to be coming in because there's literally a few scenarios. A, B, C, go here, bounce, sweep these, bounce, sweep this, bounce, go lower and bounce, or we just go sideways a little bit. And again, same scenario, either one, it's either a bounce on each sweep of liquidity. But either way, the bottom is coming in very, very shortly. Obviously, Ethereum, Bitcoin looks great for a pump as well. It looks like you've got a major 1, 2, and then a major 1, a 2, and then this looks like it's just going to keep chugging to the upside. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be pinned for quite some time. Hopefully it did make some sense, but yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. But if you can like, comment, subscribe, share it about, it does help if you obviously watch the whole thing. I know 33 minutes is a very long time, but honestly, if you're out of the market, I am opening, if you've seen on my Twitter as well, my largest position I've ever opened for Bitcoin will be once I think the bottom has come in. I'm going to enter 4 times. So with my trading plan, I enter at the bottom of a wave flat, the break of the wave 4 of the flat, the break of the previous wave 1, and then I also break on the second 1, 2. So this is your wave 1, your wave 2, wave 1, wave 2, and then a break of this once we go through this. 1, 2, then a 3, 4, 5. So then you've got your wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, then wave 4, wave 5. Take 50% here. This is how I'm playing it. Take 50% at the 1.618. And then I also take they remain in, what do I do? I can't fully remember. I'd have to look at my trading plan. 50% at 1.618, I think it's 25% at the 2, and then I think it's 25% at the 2.618. And then I'm going to load back up, obviously, at the bottom of the triangle, and then obviously catch the last wave as well. But yeah, I'm going to be heavily loaded. I'm starting to stagger in on my buys as well. Bought some Bitcoin this morning, Ethereum this morning. I did sell a lot before this dump down. If you remember, obviously, I did show that obviously I was expecting the dump on CRV, and I did actually get out of all my markets, all my spot. Before obviously the cascade down as well, which is pretty lucky to be honest, because I didn't really expect the cascade fully down. It's just when we saw obviously this 1-2, expecting a little bit lower, I just didn't expect the market to dump as much as it did. But once it did, if you remember watching my previous videos, again, go back and watch them, I would do. Obviously, I was expecting that. Yeah, obviously I was expecting a little push down and then continuation, but now that we've got this, now we've been given this structure, it literally looks like the most obvious flat. And if you do, like going back to the extension just quickly, like if you do come a lot lower, like this is starting to look like not like a 1-2. This could be like an A, then a B, and then a C. Like it doesn't look good. So you don't really want to see this too much lower. Like I said before in my previous video, you can see this line of support here. Now this line, a couple of decent taps. So you obviously got this line here, 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 and here, and obviously you're hovering on it. Like I wouldn't mind to see a sweep, like I've obviously shown before, where you draw this straight through, and like I showed this sweep, you get a sweep, you come down, you just deviate, and you've got a deviation here between this swing low, take this liquidity as well, and then obviously we just keep chugging to the upside. So that's pretty much everything anyway. Again, you've probably, if you watched my previous videos, you have watched a lot of what I have just shown, but I just want to keep this pinned for quite some time. And yes, I am expecting all-time highs within the next, I'd say 6 months, but the top to not come in until the end of 2024. But yeah, if you need me or anything, just message me. But yeah. Oh yeah, shit, quick. I know I've not been uploading much lately, I do apologize, but I will just try and bring out the one video per week from now on. It is going to happen. I'm going to be very structured with it. The middle week one with the altcoins, I just can't fucking do it. Like I just have so much to do. I've got so much to do in my trading, all sorts of shit. Like I'm just very busy at the moment. So I will be fucking the altcoins off until otherwise, until obviously we start seeing obviously some major moves on the alts, but I will be bringing you the weekly update videos. All right, but yeah, peace.